Hey guys, Dr. Jason here at Limitless Chiropractic. For today's Tuesday Tic Talk, we're going to be talking about shoulder pain. Today we're going to be talking about something that's been walking in the door a lot lately, okay? And that's shoulder pain, okay? More often than not, shoulder pain isn't a shoulder problem. It's a neck problem, right? Now, I'm not saying every single time, but more often than not, it's not a shoulder problem, it's a neck problem. Okay, so when a patient comes in and they're complaining of shoulder, one or the other, both, whatever, we do a proper workup, right? We're going to test and make sure that rotator cuff's intact. We're going to make sure that structurally there's no damage to where we need it. If we need to send you to an orthopedic, of course, that's, you know, in our tool bag, to where if we need to, we can. But more often than not, it's not. It's a spinal issue, okay? So I'm going to draw something for you guys. I want you to be able to see it, okay? Okay, so your spine, you have vertebrae, okay? Just like this. Let's say that's C7, C6, C5, T1, T2, you get the point on down, okay? So right here on both sides, you have a scapula, okay? Same thing on the other side. And your humerus, which is this bone that comes up into your shoulder, attaches here. Now, in the hip, you have it's a ball and socket, okay? In the shoulder, it's more like a golf ball and a tee. Literally. This piece has a little piece that comes out and gives you a little bit of a base, so it's like that. Now your labrum makes it a little bit easier for that to attach, but still it's not enough to really be a ball and socket. So it's kind of a pseudo ball and socket joint, okay? Which means you have a lot of mobility. And a lot of mobility is what we want, to be able to throw a ball and do things like that. But with a lot of mobility also comes a lot of instability, okay? So because of this, you have a lot of muscles that attach this shoulder in and tie it in, okay? So we talked about this in another video 2 weeks ago, I think it was, that structure controls function. Structure of the spine controls the function of the spine, which controls the function of the shoulder. So the nerves that control these muscles come from the neck and the upper back. So oftentimes I get people coming in and they say, hey doc, my shoulder's been killing me. I slept on it wrong, or I didn't even fall, or I did this, or I did that. And most of the time it's not a traumatic injury. It's not a fracture of a clavicle or anything like that, right? But we start checking out the shoulder and I'm like, hey, look, we're gonna start adjusting the neck. And they're like, but it's my shoulder. I'm like, I get it. Just let me start here and work my way out. We evaluate this, make sure this is safe, but then we work right here in the spine, because this is where the nerves come from. This is where the messages come down. So the muscles all through here are controlled by the nerves coming from here. So if we adjust the neck and we adjust the upper back and middle back, it changes the effect of everything here. And we've talked about this weeks ago in the baseball video about how the spine comes into that flexion posture, internally rotating the shoulder. It's going to give you shoulder pain. The sensors in your shoulder are going to go, ow, that hurts. You're not going to be able to move it as much. And then it's going to be hurt when you lift things, right? All from an issue that stems from the spine. Okay, this is why it's critical to get chiropractic care, to make sure that we're checking the spine, adjusting the spine, so that then you can properly evaluate the shoulder. I can't tell you how many shoulders I've worked up, and had a slight weakness in one orthopedic test or another, testing some ligaments, muscles, tendons, whatever, we start working through adjusting the spine, and all of a sudden full power is restored and their strength back, and now that orthopedic test is negative, and we don't have to worry about going to look at potentially having a surgery or an MRI and all those different kind of things, right? So super cool, guys. Love talking about this. Shoulder's one of my favorite extremities to adjust, but of course we start with the spine. Hope everything was helpful. Let us know if you have any questions. We'll see you next week.